Is this Cengage Mechanics 2 really worth it for JEE Advanced aspirants? Let's deep dive into it. So in the basic overview, you get a book. Here you can see Cengage Mechanics 2, and here is the DPP Mechanics 2 for main and advanced. Basically these book and this DPP is actually for advanced. Also you can use it for main and advanced. In case of structure and organization, there are different approaches for these books, as this is a book and this is just a DPP where you get questions, and in the book you get theory, questions and illustrations, okay, and many things. Now let's look at the book first. Here you can see the book. This is authored by B.M. Sharma. Let's look at the contents page first. Here you can see the preface. First chapter is System of Particles and Center of Mass. Then the second chapter is here Impulse and Collision. Then the third chapter is here Rigid Body Dynamics Part 1. And then fourth chapter is Rigid Body Dynamics Part 2. And then chapter 5 is Gravitation. And chapter 6 is Fluid Mechanics. Then chapter 7 is elasticity. Then chapter 8 is surface tension and viscosity. And then we get the solutions of all these chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here you can see the appendix 1, chapter wise of JEE Main 2019 question 16 sets. Then appendix 2, chapter wise of JEE Main January 2020 question 6 sets. Then appendix 3, JEE Advance 2019 solved questions. Well, this book is a bit old. If you get the latest one, you get the latest PYQs. Okay, now let's look at the structure of these every chapter. Here you can see the preface, and after that here is the chapter 1. But before diving into the chapters, let's talk about the structure first. Okay, so first you get some theory, and after that you get some illustrations. Maybe somewhere you can find these important points, or maybe notes. Also after the theory part you get the illustrations, and after that again some theory, then illustrations. Then you can find this concept application exercise, again some theory, illustrations, then again concept application exercise, and this cycle continues. And at the end of the chapter you get the solved examples. Like here you can see at the end of the chapter you get the solved examples. Although in the latest editions some people say that the solved examples, this section has been removed, but there are the illustrations, like these are also like solved examples. These are still there, but the solved examples are removed. And here you can see the exercises. Here you get different types of questions, like single correct answer type questions, then multiple correct answer type questions, like here you can see. And after that you get linked comprehension type questions, and after that you get matrix match type questions, and then numerical value type questions. And after that you get the archive section, where you get the JEE Main and Advanced previous year questions. Here also different types of questions are labeled, like single correct answer type, then multiple correct answer type. And here you get the answer key at the end of the chapter. Also you get the solutions at the end of the book. We'll talk about that later in this video. Now this is the chapter 2, Impulse and Collision. Now here's the chapter 3, Rigid Body Dynamics Part 1. Here's the chapter 4, Rigid Body Dynamics Part 2. And here's the chapter 5, Gravitation. And here's the chapter 6, Fluid Mechanics. And here's the chapter Elasticity. And here's the chapter 8, Surface Tension and Viscosity. And after that you get the solutions. Here you get the chapter wise solutions. Also the concept application exercises solutions are there. Also exercises questions are also labeled here properly, and some notes you may find some in some places. Also diagrams are really clear, very good. And that's it for the solutions. That's it for the solutions section. And at the very end of the book you get the appendix 1, chapter wise solved JEE Main 2019 question 16 sets. Here is chapter wise questions you can find here. At the end of the this section you get the answer key of all these questions. And then appendix 2, chapter wise solved JEE Main January 2020 question 6 sets. Here you get chapter wise questions also. And here you can see the answer key of these questions, and here is the Appendix JEE Advance 2019 solved questions. This is different types of questions are labeled here, you can see, and here's you can find the hints and solutions. Now let's talk about the DPP. Here you can see the DPP, and it's for JEE Main and Advanced. Here you only get the questions, and also you get several DPPs for each of the chapters. Here you can see the chapter 1, here's the contents page, here is the chapter 1 center of mass, then chapter 2 rigid body dynamics 1, then chapter 3 rigid body dynamics 2, then chapter 4 fluid mechanics, then chapter 5 properties of matter, and then here you can see the gravitation, chapter 6 gravitation, and after that you find the solution. Here you can see the structure of the DPPs. There are different types of questions, like subjective type, single correct answer type, and you get the answer key at the end of each DPP. Okay, and here are many DPPs, and at the end of these DPPs here you get the solution section at the end of the DPP book, you can say. Here you can see there are detailed solutions available, and that's it for the DPP. Now let's talk about the pros and cons for this book and this DPP. Okay, so first pro is you get detailed theory, illustrations, and exercises. There are a lot of questions, enormous questions that kind of sufficient for your exams preparation. Second pro is this book is really good for self-study students who want to go from basic to advanced level. Third pro is this book and this DPP can improve your rank even if you're in any coaching, or maybe if you're an average student, this book can enhance your ranks and marks in your exams. Now let's talk about the cons. So first con is there are too many questions. There are a lot of questions, too many questions. Sometimes it feels burden to do that much questions, and it's sometimes feel impossible to do all these questions in a limited amount of time. The next con is if you're planning to do these books in your drop year, maybe in that case you need some sufficient time to dedicate in these books, or you have to select some questions or some theories to do them, not all these books. The third con is these books feels bulky sometimes. This book and this DPP is not really for quick revision. Okay, so yeah, that's the con. Now the question is, should you buy this book? Well, if you're in class 11th and you're a very serious student who want to learn a lot from basic to advanced level, also who are facing problems in their coaching that some teachers don't start from the basic, then they can refer to this book. Also, who wants to increase their marks and ranks, this book and this DPP can significantly impact that thing. And also, who should not buy this book? Well, if you're planning to complete your syllabus very fast, if you have very limited time, then this book is not for you. Well, this book and this DPP take a lot of time, and if you're trying to complete this book and this DPP in a limited time, then you need some selected problems, selected theories. You have to manage this book and this DPP effectively. Now this book and this DPP, Cengage Mechanics 2 and this DPP is a really good book and a good DPP. Here you get a lot of questions, and if you dedicate a lot of time, lot of effort, then this book will increase your understanding, your question solving ability, and also will increase your marks and rank. Well, actually it depends also on the student. Well, that's it for this video. If you find this video helpful, please like this video, and if you are new to our channel, definitely subscribe this channel to get more honest review, unbiased book review videos. And that's it. So if you're new to our channel, definitely subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that when you post a new book review video, you get notification instantly. Also, sometimes we arrange some free Zoom sessions. If you want to join that, please be aware of that thing. Also, you can check out the posts. Thank you.